Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're just going to do a problem rationalizing an expression that have radicals in the denominator, which is something we never want to finish with. So we're going to try to get rid of both radicals that are in our denominator. So anytime we have something like this, what we're going to do is multiply by the conjugate. Okay, I'll write that out. Multiply by the conjugate of the denominator. Okay. The conjugate of the denominator is the same two radicals with a changed sign in between them. So the conjugate of root 2 minus root 3 is simply root 2 plus root 3. Okay? And we're going to multiply the top and the bottom by this conjugate. Okay? Now what that does once we multiply through it is it's going to completely get rid of the radicals in the denominator. So up top we're going to have 2 times root 2, and then 2 times root 3, then minus 7 root 3 times root 2. Now we know that when we multiply radicals together, we can multiply the radicands, the numbers inside the roots, and so minus 7 root 3 times root 2 is going to be minus 7 root 6, and then finally minus 7 root 3 times root 3. Root 3 times root 3 is of course just 3, so that'll be minus 7 times 3, which is minus 21, right? 7 times 3 is 21. Now, the denominator is going to be root 2 times root 2. Root 2 times root 2 is simply 2. And then the middle terms are going to cancel each other out because we'll have root 2 times root 3, which is root 6. And then we'll have minus root 3 times root 2, which is again root 6, but negative. And that's where we see the radicals in the denominator going away completely. Because the last term is going to be minus root 3 times positive root 3. Root 3 times root 3 is again just 3 with the negative, so that's minus 3. And you'll notice that we have no more radicals in the denominator. That was the goal, okay? So we can kind of clean up the top. So we'll have 2, not a whole lot honestly, plus 2 root 3, minus 7 root 6. There's really not much we can do at all. We can clean up the denominator because we have 2 minus 3, which is negative 1. And then in the spirit of making this as simple as we can just divide through by negative 1 into every term. And so that'll produce, the negative terms will become positive after dividing by negative 1. And so we'll have 21 plus 7 root 6, and then these two become negative, so minus 2 root 2. And we could even factor a 2, since both of these terms have 2 in front of them. We could factor 2 and have minus 2 times root 2 plus root 3. And this would be our simplified expression. Okay, so anytime we have a binomial in the denominator where we have a radical, we're going to multiply by the conjugate. Again, the conjugate is simply the same expression with the sign in between changed from negative to positive or vice versa. We can multiply the top and bottom by the same thing, right? Multiplying by 1, and then we run through it. Again, the goal is rationalizing the denominator. That means getting rid of any and all radicals in the denominator, and that's what we managed to do here. So I hope this helps, and thanks for watching.